what a journey it has been to get here. My humble abode for the next couple of days. You guys, I'll get the lights on, but this is just what I needed to walk into. All right, I will give you guys a room tour in just a moment. In terms of the whole car rental situation, I don't entirely know what the situation was. From what I could tell, it seemed like they had a bunch of recalls, which was limiting their inventory. And then they were in the midst of getting cars cleaned to then send back out to people. The people in front of me, they were given a 16-passenger van, literally a Sprinter van. Granted, they were told you can come back and switch us out later, but I was about to be because I was the last person there. I was about to be if you guys think you're gonna walk out and give me a Sprinter van to drive around, I don't think so. But I got a BMW instead, and they were this is actually a luxury vehicle technically, and I was okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'd rather not wait here any longer, but I did request a compact SUV. Nonetheless, I don't know if I care enough to go back and switch out my car. They said I could, but that's not even on my mind right now. So I'm staying at the Virginian Lodge in Jackson. I opted to just stay in town so that I was closer to things in town, although most of tomorrow. And here's the thing, my whole travel day, because I was expecting to get to my hotel probably around 10 o'clock or something, and it's almost 11:30, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I am planning on getting up to go watch sunrise at Schwabacher Landing tomorrow morning, which I'm still planning on doing, but it just might not be getting as much sleep as I would like. Anyways, room tour time. Here is the room. It's just all one giant open room. My nice giant king size bed here. We've got a desk over here. Checking in, they gave me a little map of the Virginian Lodge, and then there is also a pool and some amenities here too, which I did pick kind of on purpose just since I'm on a solo trip. I thought it'd be nice to have some of those things, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow evening. Here's the TV and stuff, and then the bathroom. I already peeked in here, and you guys, we've got robes. I love a robe. So I'm very excited about that. These are interesting. They're sweatshirt robes, so that's interesting. We've got full-length mirror. Do not be surprised if I'm wearing basically this outfit tomorrow because I had to pack, or I had to wear some of my thicker pieces that I was bringing with. So I'm pretty sure I'm wearing this jacket tomorrow as well. And then here's the rest of the bathroom. I'm liking it. I think it'll be a great little stay for my solo trip. I am gonna do a little bedtime routine and then go to bed. I really tried to come as prepared as possible for content and stuff for this trip, both for the blog and then also TikTok content, as well as, I want some cute photos to remember the trip by. So I brought my MagSafe iPhone tripod. It's really simple, pretty compact. And then I don't know if I use this, but I have this portable light. In case I want to make any TikToks or something, and the lighting's not good. And then I have the tripod that this is on. I have it for both the vlog camera, but then also the G7X. It works for both of them. And this is a pretty similar tripod mount to the one that I just showed you in terms of it can go just up and down like that. And it's also pretty compact and similar size. So hopefully that works out well. I basically took over this closet. So I've got all my stuff there, and then I stole Sierra's travel thing because I needed an even smaller one than my LL Bean one. So this can go right here. A little bit of a moisturizer. Pretty sure I need to set my alarm for 5 in the morning because I want to give myself enough time to get stuff packed for before I leave tomorrow, just whatever I feel I need for the day. Although I am debating whether or not I want to come back here after sunrise. I'm not sure. And it's a half hour to get to the landing area, and sunrise is at 7. They recommend getting there 45 minutes early to an hour. So I want to leave here between 5:30 and 5:45ish. So wish me luck. Good morning, guys. It is 5 a.m. I'm up. Obviously I'm tired and I'd rather sleep in, but all things considered, I feel like I'm doing okay. I was kind of thinking through my plan for today to at least get started. And I think that what I have decided on is that I'm going to go to Tropical Landing, try to get there around 6, like I mentioned, stay there for the sunrise, get my pictures, videos, and all that. And then what I would like to do is, I think that after that, I am indeed going to drive the half hour back into town to either do like a quick grab and go breakfast from Cowboy Coffee or Persephone Bakery, because both of those are really popular here. And after I do that, because the main thing I want to do, at least like for the rest of the morning, is doing a bunch of the different outlooks on kind of the main road. I'm also really excited because I got in at midnight, or I got in super late last night, so it was really dark. So obviously right now it's still also dark, but I haven't seen any of the mountains yet. So I'm just really excited to see that and be in awe of the nature and stuff around me. And then after I do the outlooks kind of through like noon, I'm guessing, there's many places I could go for lunch, but I think right now my top choice is doing a place called Dornan's, and I think they mostly are popular for pizza, but it's got like a really nice pretty outlook and view while you're eating there. And then for this afternoon, not entirely sure, but I think that I would like to either check out Jackson Lake or Phelps Lake or something and just kind of like hang out at a lake of some sort. So that's kind of my plan so far. The good news is it's all just up to whatever I wish to do. I will say, since I've gotten here, I've been feeling very good and normal about the solo trip because this is kind of how I was expecting to feel. Like I'm very comfortable doing things on my own. But when I was at the airport, and it was like just me by myself, like especially right away, I was just kind of like, and I didn't expect that right away because I really thought the airport would be like the easiest part. And it was fine, but I was just like, okay, I'm here by myself now, like it's just me. And then I was like way more, I noticed a lot more of like who else was at the airport alone, like what other people were traveling by themselves, and there were a lot of people that were by themselves. Okay, I just need to finish packing up my things and then I think I'm ready to head out. This is the kind of smaller hiking-ish backpack that I packed with me, so when I'm actually out of my car and like doing stuff, this is what I'm planning on using. It's just from Amazon. It's the brand Eco Hub. I cannot really speak to if it's good or not, but it seems okay for now. We're gonna pack some things, one of which I've obviously got my vlog camera and tripod I'm recording with right now, so I will need to pack that as well. I've got my other tripod, compact, fits right in here. Got my Kindle. I have like my whole belt bag. I'm not taking stuff out of here. And then a portable charger, my little clip-on light. Alright, I'm all packed up. It's a little bit before 5:30. So far, sleep-wise, I am now feeling pretty good. So let's head out to my rental car and start driving. I just arrived to Tropical Landing. It wasn't super busy getting out here, but now that I'm in like the parking lot area, there's definitely quite a few cars here. But I didn't have any difficulty finding what I think is a parking spot, or at least like an okay spot for me. But it's dark out, so I can't entirely tell. Anyways, it's still like pretty dark out. I can see like some outlines of some mountains on my drive over. But yeah, we shall wait for sunrise now. Got a time lapse going. The sun's not quite out yet, but you can certainly see him. It was super foggy for a long while, but it's finally starting to clear up a little bit, so I was a little bit not super hopeful because at one point completely covered, but you can see some things now. This is my setup. My camera setup with my G7X has actually been working quite well. So far so good. Alright, it's 7:24. I've taken some photos. I think I got some that I like. My hands are freezing now because of taking photos, so I'm gonna go back to my car and warm up a little bit and then see if I can send some photos to some family members, because I said last night that they should expect some sunrise photos from me. One last look here before I go back to my car. Oh my god, my hands are freezing. But I'm back in the warmth of my car. It's starting to get a little bit foggy over the mountains again. I'm just glad it cleared up enough to, do you see how cold my hands are over there? I'm glad it cleared up enough to get some good photos and videos, I think. So that makes me a happy camper. Anyways, I'm gonna let some other cars clear out while I'm warming up and sending some of my photos. I know it's a little bit unconventional probably since I'm already all the way out here, but as I mentioned, I am gonna drive back into town for some breakfast. Something that I enjoy doing when I'm in new places or on vacation. Sometimes. I usually sometimes listen to my on repeat too, but I searched Jackson Hole on Spotify and I've just been listening to songs in a random playlist just to kind of set the vibe. So I'm listening to Jackson Hole Summer. I totally meant to go to Cowboy Coffee back in Jackson, but I ended up in Teton Village instead, and there's a Cowboy Coffee here. This is actually where at some point I'd like to come back and do the gondola up towards the top of the mountain. I'm not planning on doing that today, but I kind of went through like a little back road area to get through here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get, I would love some hot chocolate, I think. And then I need a pastry or food of some kind to nourish me. Cowboy Coffee, let's give it a try. Lovely. Coffee is closed for the season. Alright, well now I am going back to Jackson, so that's gonna be another 20-minute drive. It's okay, I don't really care. I've been having a beautiful time with the drive though. It's been absolutely gorgeous. So we're basically in like the main town square part of Jackson. They've got like a bunch of these antler things, so I'm seeing one of them right now, and then the coffee shop should be right around the corner. The iconic Jackson Hole antler arch. So walking by. Alright, let's try this again. Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Guess your love is. And now I'm just kind of sitting outside the town square area. I still have my hot chocolate. This is a really good hot chocolate, by the way. I'm very picky with my hot chocolate. But this is good. Like I was saying, I'm by at the town square area, so I kind of just felt like I could maybe walk around a little bit. I don't want to do any shopping or anything like that, but I'm just kind of enjoying my hot chocolate and getting a couple fun videos and photos on my cameras and phone. And then I think shortly I will probably be getting ready to head back down that like scenic drive and stop at a bunch of the overlooks. So I think that's possibly going to be my next plan, and I might switch because it's getting warmer now, thank God, especially in the sun. So I might switch from this fleece vest to, or from this fleece to my fleece vest. And I also have a hat too, maybe for a little outfit change. Fun fact, they have one of these at every corner. There's not just one of them. The iconic cowboy bar. It's the $1 Million Cowboy Bar. I have not decided if I'm actually going to try going into that place while I'm here, because you guys know I'm not really a bar person, but it could be fun, maybe. I feel like that was the perfect little reset to keep going on with a little bit more driving around. The weather's getting warmer, which is nice. It's also kind of making me rethink my initial plan for tomorrow morning. Because the one hike I was debating doing was the Jenny Lake hike, and a lot of people say to get there early so that you're avoiding traffic and people and you can get a parking spot. However, I feel like if I enjoy the hike more when it's warmer out and it's more midday, then I think that it's worth it even if I have to park farther away. So I think I probably will do that, but not right away in the morning. But then I can also try Persephone as a breakfast place I've heard really good things about here. So I could try that tomorrow morning. And then I'm like less on a time crunch, which I already was on a time crunch kind of this morning. So it'd be a little bit nice to not have that. Left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Must have been wrong. There are many different scenic overlooks, obviously, that you can venture to at the Teton National Park. I am just picking different ones that seem popular, and I'm just trying a bunch of different ones. So I'm currently at the Blacktail Ponds overlook, and I'm about to get out of my car and take a look around. I also, for TikTok, I want to get like just vertical videos of all of my different outfits, and I haven't done that yet with this one, so I'm going to do that as well. Look at that. When the sun is out, seriously, it's so much warmer than it was this morning, so that is so nice. There is a little bit of a trail. I don't know where it goes to, but I might venture down and see if there's anything cool down there. That's kind of like the whole point of this trip. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just deciding what to do as I think of it. I'm just down from the outlook a little bit, but I'm setting my tripod up and we're gonna try and do a few more photos. Just finished up taking my photos at this outlook. There's something so nice about, like, I was the only one here doing that. I can take as many pictures as I want, take the time to go back and adjust the settings, and I think I got some okay photos. So I'm gonna enjoy the outlook a little bit more, and then probably on to the next one. My next turnout is Glacier View turnout. I can see there's like a patch of snow between these two mountains. I don't know how well I'll be able to see it, or how well I'll be able to zoom in and let you guys see it. But I don't know if I'll do as much photo taking at this one, but I'll go read some of the signage stuff and learn about it, I guess. I've also done my little outfit change. So I've got my vest on, and then my hat is in my backpack, which is in the trunk. You guys see the white spot there? Yeah, I'm not spending a whole lot of time at this one. Cool, but I'm gonna go to a different lookout. I think it looks like we're going back to Schwabacher Landing because I feel like I'm gonna need to use a bathroom soon, and that's the closest one. But there were some additional trails around that area that I didn't really explore earlier because I was too cold. So maybe it'll be a good chance for me to venture along those paths a little bit. A little bit different view. I didn't get down here earlier. This is part of the Snake River. No one's really down in this lower area here, so I might pull my tripods out. Right back to where I was this morning. That was the little bench that I was hanging out on for sunrise. Definitely less busy during the daytime, but still nice. Venturing on the path a little bit, like I said. Again, I'm not going super far, but I just want to check out what's a little bit further down. I have realized on this trip that it is really like not that weird pulling my tripod out and trying to take photos because everyone else is just trying to get good photos as well. I've also asked someone to take a photo of me. People have asked me to take photos of them. So that's all been great. I'm leaving Schwabacher Landing. There is another couple pullouts that you can do besides just like the one at the end. So I pulled over here quick just to show you guys what this one looks like. You can still see some of the glaciers up there if you see the white snow. Right now, this is like the point in the road where my phone has kind of lost connection. Actually, I think it's back now. So I might try to go to a couple more overlooks. I'm not really hungry for lunch yet, so that's kind of my checkpoint, I guess, if you will, of like when I'm turning around to go back the other way. I'm at another lookout point. This one's Teton Point Turnout. I'll probably get out in a second, but it's a little bit more of the same. I'm just looking at the Tetons right now. While I'm sitting here, a couple things. One, I'm realizing I was probably dumb by not packing the charger to this vlog camera. This one doesn't have like a plug-in charger. You need to pack like the charger for the battery, and I did not do that. Why? I don't know. I kind of thought that the battery would last longer, but I'm already like 50% of the way through. So I'll probably be intermixing a little bit of the vlog camera as well as my phone to conserve that as much as possible, because I don't know if there is anywhere close by that would sell a charger. I could look. But I'm having a great time on this trip so far. It really is just like me enjoying my own company. I'm having a blast. I've also been texting with my family a little bit, and my mom was saying that just from like what I've been sending her, that she was like, maybe she'll consider doing a solo trip sometime next year. And I just really think that would be really fun for her. So this is me saying, if you guys have thought about doing a solo trip, obviously mine's not done yet, but don't let not having someone go with you stop you from traveling and going to places you want to go. Because I'm having a blast, even by myself. I just parked in the Moose Visitor Center a lot. There is a bridge that goes across the Snake River that I drove across earlier, and I was like, oh, the water looks very, very blue and picturesque. I'd love to walk across this bridge. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's not too far. Here's the bridge. Here's the Snake River. Some people fishing, rafting. Oh, that's fun. If I stay here long enough, I'll be able to see them raft underneath of here. I decided to climb down from the bridge area to get closer to the river. So basically right on the edge of it now. And also the raft people, they got off before they even came under the bridge. So I did not get to see anyone rafting through the bridge. So I was going to try and eat a later lunch just because I'm not super hungry right now, but it's 12 o'clock and the place that I wanted to try is like literally right here. So I think I'm changing my mind and I'm gonna go back to my car, drive it to the closer parking lot, and then eat hopefully something light. And then I promised Sierra and Maggie I would send some more photos of my trip so far. And then from there, I might possibly venture to a lake. I've got a list of options. I don't know if I want to go to Jackson Lake. There's also Taggart Lake. Jenny Lake, I'm doing the hike, I think tomorrow separate, so I'm not going to go to that one. But I think I'm leaning towards going to Jackson Lake since that's the biggest one, and my friend that was just here recommended it. So that's my potential plan for the afternoon. Alright, well the parking for this place is insane, but maybe since it's only one of me, I can get a seat quicker. There's a couple different places to eat. I'm guessing that's maybe something else, but this one says Dornan's, so this is what I'm going with. I was gonna get a salad and this, but they were out of both their salads, so I'm too hungry to get an actual entree, so I got some fries. I meant I'm too full to get an actual entree, so therefore I just got some fries. I was looking for some bear spray at one of those shops, and I did find some, but it's $54 to buy one. And if I wait till I'm back in Jackson, I can rent some for like $16. So I'm gonna wait. All right, it's 1:30. My hair's a little crazy. I took my hat off. I'm gonna try and head up to Jackson Lake in Coulter Bay, per my friend's recommendation. The high today is like upper 60s, and it's today than it is tomorrow. So if there's any chance, and I say this as like I am probably not going to be getting in the water, but some people will do like cold plunges here. If there's a chance of that happening, it's gonna be more likely today than tomorrow. So I'm gonna head that way. I do also have my Kindle with me, and I stole a towel from my hotel room. So if I am able to kind of find a spot to relax and lounge a little bit, then I will perhaps do that. So I just paid to get into the Grand Teton National Park. It's $35 for a week. Obviously I'm not here for a week, but I can just use that same pass if I want to come back here. Also, before I came into the actual park, I had seen a couple other turnouts that I want to make sure I hit on the way back, and then there's also one that I just passed in the park. And again, I know I've been saying the drive is beautiful here, but I'm just like, holy cow, it is so pretty. So we're gonna go to the lake first, and then I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be there, but I've got my stops that I'm kind of thinking about doing on the way back as well. I just parked at Coulter Bay. There is a swim beach here, so I'm gonna go check it out first and kind of see what that entails and make a decision on if I'm just gonna stay in this, if I'm gonna go back and change. Undecided at the moment. I've just kind of been hanging out at Jackson Lake. I don't think that I am going to be putting my swimsuit on. There's been a couple people that have kind of been swimming and like dunking themselves in the lake, but more so like if they're wearing like some hiking clothes that they don't mind getting wet. I've got my little tripod buddy set up over there. I've been taking a couple photos. I adjusted the camera settings and I don't really know if it made much of a difference. I think they're turning out fine, but I've just been tweaking those a little bit here and there. It's a shame because the mountains look so pretty in person, but it is a little bit like cloudy and not high contrast, so I certainly just doesn't seem like it's showing up in photos and videos as well. Sun's coming out. I am kind of thinking, obviously I still have all of Monday and a good chunk of Tuesday, so if there's any more time that I want to spend in the park up here, then I could do that as well. I'm not really sure. Might walk down a little bit further on the beach. Here's what I'm thinking. I think that I'm pretty much done at the lake here, and so I'm gonna do the lookouts on the way back, and I'm also gonna stop at the bathroom and possibly change. I packed my overalls, a sweater, and some cowboy boots as like a more cute outfit, I guess. And one of the lookouts on the way back is, I can't remember if it's like elk. I can't remember the exact lookout name. I'll try and show you guys when I get there, but there's a bunch of horses there. There were not any by the fence when I drove by, but my hope is on the way back, perhaps they will be. And on my way out, I just pulled over at Oxbow Bend to turn out because when I was driving through, I was like, oh my god, that's so pretty. It is actually on my list, like I've had it just in my research of like, oh, there's another lookout I can stop at, and it looks beautiful. I just got to Elk Ranch Flats turnout. Is the turnout that I was talking to you guys about earlier where all the horses are at. None are at the fence right now, but I think that what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm loving about my little solo trip, is that I can just keep reevaluating what do I want the rest of my day to look like. So I have to admit, I am starting to hit a wall in terms of just being quite tired. So I am going to change into the outfit that I packed that's a little bit cuter, take a few photos here, a couple videos, and then I think I'm gonna go back to my hotel, rinse off, take a nap, and then possibly, because I have like my cute brown dress I got from Nuuly, I know that Mormon Row is popular for sunset here, so I was kind of wondering about maybe getting dressed up a little bit to go do photos there for sunset, and then possibly kind of end my evening. I want a photo with the $1 Million Cowboy Bar light up sign in the background, and so that could potentially still be me in my brown dress, and then either go back to the hotel and crash, or go to the hot tub to end my evening. So that's just what I have in my mind. One quick change later. I hope this doesn't look dumb. I haven't technically tried this on as an outfit option. Can you see him? Do a little fit check. Gotta say, it feels good to have the overalls on. They're a little bit breezier. I've been told that time will heal all our wounds, and well, I got to pet a horse because it did come up to the fence. My phone is not connecting to the G7X, which is what I've been using as my little controller to take photos on it, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I did take a little iPhone video, just because I've been trying to do that in case I make a TikTok for my outfits, and then I realized that I don't know if I like this outfit a whole lot, so I know I'm going to be coming back over here probably tomorrow if I go to Jenny Lake, so it's possible maybe I'll stop at this Outlook again. I just took my half-hour nap. I don't know if it really helped me a whole lot, but I am choosing to get up. It's 6 o'clock right now, and like I said earlier, plan is to go to Mormon Row. Sunset is at 7:30ish, so I took some makeup off when I showered. I might put a little bit back on, and then we'll see if I need to touch my hair up. This could very well be nothing, but we're backed up right now, and I see a bunch of people like stopping and taking pictures, so I don't know if this is related to wildlife or not. Wait, do I see something? It's a moose. Oh my god, it's a moose! You guys, do you see it? Do you see something moving back there? Do you see its antlers? Sierra, if you have to, there's like two of them. LOL, everyone just like pulling off. Ah, you guys, do you see that? Alright, I have made it to Mormon Row. If you're not familiar, it's basically, I'm sure there's historical context to them, I just don't really know what it is. But there's a bunch of, not a bunch, a few barns that are very popular for people to take photos of, or and with, and have them in the background. So, I'm trying to figure out where the best place to take the photos is at. I'm in the middle of a field. I feel as though I've captured a satisfying, like I'm satisfied with the photos and videos that I got. So I don't need to just like be here forever. I was probably only here for like 10-15 minutes, but that's all I need. Anyways, I'm hungry for dinner. On my drive out, I saw a restaurant that was advertising wood-fired pizza, which sounded pretty good. I'm contemplating doing that for dinner and going to eat solo at the restaurant. So, assuming I can find parking, I think that's the plan. This is the place I'm going to. I have to admit, I think I'm gonna order it to go. Wow, what a day. I finished my last outing. I'll show you my dinner quick, and then I think that I'm just gonna end for this evening here, and then I will pick up with you guys again tomorrow morning. So I got some pizza from Hand Fire Pizza. It's basically a fancy pepperoni / supreme pizza. And then I also got myself a Mexican Coke that I will have to see if I can find a way to get that top off. And I'm gonna put something on the TV and just relax for my evening. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 2 of my solo trip. So it's Monday, September 15th. Yes. And I got up at 6:30 just to kind of give myself enough time to get ready this morning. Obviously I washed my hair, so I'm gonna have to try and style it, hopefully semi-quickly. I had so much stuff when I was packing, and like I could not fit my typical hairstyling tools. They were just too big, so the only thing I was able to fit was Sierra's wavy talk brush, but obviously I can't use that on wet hair. So we're gonna see how well I can do and how quickly I can blow dry it out with just the hotel's blow dryer. So wish me luck with that. Anyways, this morning, it's a little bit dreary out, some chances of rain from now until like noon, and that looks a little bit clear the second half of the day with a high of 60. So I think this morning, this is what I was planning on doing yesterday, and I think it should be okay weather-wise, but I would like to go into town to do breakfast at Persephone's, and then assuming I like something on their menu, I should probably look at that first. And then later half of the day, and I want to do some shopping around Jackson. I don't know if I'll actually get anything, because like I said, my bags are pretty full coming here, so I don't know if I have room to pack stuff for on the way back. But then I also just wanted to like walk around Jackson Square and the town a little bit more, probably rent some bear spray, and I know where to do that at now. And then the second half of the day will be kind of our adventure portion of the day. I am anticipating probably going to Jenny Lake and doing one of the short hikes there. That includes like a boat ride across Jenny Lake too that you have to pay for if you want to like shorten the hike a little bit. / I think the boat ride would be fun to do. So yeah, and then the rest of the afternoon we'll kind of play it by ear what other things that I would like to do. Just to kind of reflect on my first day of the trip, I really was very pleased with how it went. I was super busy, but I think that was also kind of good for a solo trip. Just because I wasn't ever like sitting around being like, why am I here by myself? Like I felt very busy and I was having fun the whole time. Did quite a bit of driving. Probably will do a lot of driving between today and tomorrow as well. I'm honestly kind of shocked that I did that as quickly as I did. And I think it looks pretty good. So it is 7:30 just about. I've got 2 different outfit options I'm thinking of. One will probably get worn today, and then one tomorrow. I just am not sure which one I want to wear which day. Okay, I figured I'd show you guys my outfit. I apologize for the lighting. I'm right in front of my window and I feel exposed because people just walked by. Anyways, here's my outfit. I think it's mostly stopped raining, but still kind of dreary out. This sweater is from my newly package that I'm renting. Wearing my brown Abercrombie 90s straight jeans, and then my cowgirl boots. I think it looks pretty cute. It's indeed still raining a little bit, so hopefully it clears up sooner rather than later. Something else I will say too is parking. When I've been going into town, I am not great at parking. Like, I don't like parking in new cities. Driving's been fine because it's a pretty small town, but parking and not really understanding the situations regarding parking and where to park, and I'm not a good parallel parker, you can stress me out. But parking has actually been fine. I've been able to find easy spots on side roads. I just found a parking spot on the street here that's like diagonal parking, so that's been going well. I don't have an umbrella, but I brought my denim jacket to cover my hair because I just styled it and I think it looks good. So we're trying to make it last.
Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong.
I am back in my car because it's very small in there and all the tables were full. So I just got my stuff to go. I got another hot chocolate just because it felt right on a nice chilly rainy morning. The rain is letting up a little bit, but I'm gonna compare this to Cowboy Coffee and let you know what one I like better, if there's that big of a difference. Like I said, I'm kind of picky on my hot chocolate. I feel like oftentimes we stray too far from the plot and they don't end up tasting very good. And then I also got a chocolate croissant. You guys know when I go to Starbucks, that's what I get. I don't know if they warmed this up. No, so it's already gonna be couple points lower probably, and I have never found a chocolate croissant that I honestly like as much as Starbucks. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll try it out. This is gonna be a mess. Honestly, this has like the butter and the chocolate. The flavors are good. If it was warmer, it'd be even better. But this is a pretty good chocolate croissant. Also, all of their branding stuff in there, super cute. Hot chocolate if it's not too hot. See, this is what I was afraid of. It's too bitter. I feel like, and I know for coffee shops, like there's probably not many people coming in and ordering a hot chocolate, but I feel like it's so simple and it's such an easy drink. How do people mess it up so much? All right, it is 8 o'clock. I don't know that a lot of stores are open. Seems like some of them don't open till 9. Like there's a bookstore down the street the other way, but they don't open till 9. But I'm right by the main square area, so I haven't taken a picture in front of the arches, and I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it, but I figured it's probably not super busy right now, so might as well do that. Okay, I don't know what happened, but the vlog camera went from being at like 24% this morning, which not great, but it's now saying the battery's basically dead. Which I know is my own fault for not packing the battery charger, but my only option, and I tried to look online, but I just can't really tell if they have what I need. There is a Target in Jackson. That's about the only store I feel like, as of right now, I can think maybe would possibly have a charger. So I am going to drive to Target, at least they're open right now, and we will see if I can find a charger or a new battery maybe, and then I can continue using our vlog camera instead of just my phone.
Why would it not?
Well, this is their camera section, so I think we might be in luck. I think you actually can charge this with a cord, and I think they have one in stock. I was gonna start looking for umbrellas, and then I was looking at the weather app one more time, and my phone says that it's supposed to be done raining. It's like just really sprinkling right now. So I'm passing on the umbrella, and I'm still gonna go back to the hotel. And I still think hot tubbing and doing some reading sounds good. Does this not look stunning? The sun's coming out, things are clearing up. I'm about to get into a nice warm hot tub. So there's 2 hot tubs here, and I went into the first one, and I was kind of like, oh, this is warm, but it's not really like hot. And given that it's not super warm out, like this isn't probably gonna work. But then I came and felt this one over here. This one is much warmer. So yeah, I think that I'm in the middle of quite a few, well, I have a couple different options for reading. I started reading I Who Have Never Known Men on the plane because it's less than 200 pages. It's a book club book I'm supposed to read. And I thought maybe I'd be able to finish reading it on the travel day here. But I've got to be honest, like I so do not care about this book right now. I'm on page 19 and I really don't feel like reading that book right now. So I also got wild card, and I felt like since those are usually a little bit more kind of, I don't know if this is a cowboy romance, I'm sure it's not, but it's like that small town Elsie Silver vibe. I thought that'd be a nice book to read in this setting. However, since I haven't started that, I kind of don't want to like add on a third book to my reading list right now. So I might just stick with my current read, which is my other current read, The Fallen and The Kiss of Dusk. It's 9:20 right now. I'll probably hang out here for 20-30 minutes and then go back to my room and probably think about what I want to do the rest of the day. The vlog camera is back and better than ever. It's fully charged. Love that. I'm gonna do my outfit of the day before I head out, and then I'm also, kind of like I did yesterday, packing a couple other outfit changes in case I'm not coming back to the hotel. So this jacket is from Free People Movement. It's another one of the things that I rented on Nuuly. I coordinated that with some army green leggings from Lululemon. This is basically the t-shirt version of the long sleeve I wore yesterday. It's from Aritzia. It's from their Homestretch collection. And then same shoes as yesterday, their New Balances. Don't know if I'm gonna get too warm in this as the day goes on, but like I said, I've got some other outfit options. I'm bringing these pants. These are the last thing that I have not yet worn from Nuuly. They're from Free People Movement. So if it gets kind of warm later, these would be maybe a little bit lighter. I'm also packing my Aritzia vest because I think it'd be cute with the t-shirt, but if I still want like a little bit something warm. And then I decided that rather than packing a swimsuit, if I wanted to do any jumping or cold dips in some lakes today, I'd rather do it in like a sports bra and some biker shorts. So I'm packing that just in case. And then if I want more of like a cute outfit, I'm packing my brown jeans that I was wearing earlier and then a white cropped t-shirt just for a nice simple outfit. I think I'm switching gears a little bit. I sat down to kind of look at where I wanted to get started with my day, and then that kind of led down a rabbit hole of hiking and stuff like that. And I've been looking at stuff preemptively before my trip as well, and I've kind of been like, oh, like if I have some bear spray, like I think I'll be good to do some shorter hikes. And I'm not sure I feel all that comfortable doing that by myself. So that being said, I have looked up some lakes that have easy access where I can basically drive right up to them and then have like a nice view once I'm there. And so I'll list those off and then kind of decide where I want to go just based off of like the vibes and location. So lakes that I can get to by car without any hiking required: Jenny Lake, which is the one I was talking about doing maybe the hike after I went across the lake, but I don't think obviously I'm going to do that now. They do have scenic boat tours, but those are all sold out. I could, if I wanted to, pay the round trip cost of doing the boat ride across to where people do the hiking and then just ride it back, but I don't know if I really feel like doing that. String Lake, Jackson Lake, obviously I was there yesterday, so we could go back there again. And then Two Ocean Lake and Emma Matilda Lake. I haven't heard of those, so I might look those up as well. But that's kind of, I think, the new plan. We are going to start by going to the Snake River overlook since it's kind of on the way, and it's one of the ones that I did not get to yesterday. So that one is, I think, a half-hour drive. And then from there, we might kind of be playing it by ear a little bit because I'll decide if I want to go to Jenny Lake or not, or if I want to go back to Jackson Lake. I just finished kind of my little walk around the overlook area. Nice view of the Snake River. I am very glad that I did as many lookouts as I did yesterday, because even though weather-wise it's pretty sunny out right now, there's still a lot of clouds in the sky. So there's a lot of clouds covering the tops of the Tetons, so you can't really see their full height. So I got a good view of them yesterday, but I am going to, this is when it's tricky because like this is the part where my phone has basically no service. However, I'm pretty sure I remember how to get to the national park entrance and They have Wi-Fi there, and I have obviously like my full week-long pass now. So I am thinking of going back there and heading towards Jackson Lake again possibly, and or Jenny Lake I think also I can access in the park because I saw signs there yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna keep driving down this road, and then I'm pretty sure there's just like a fairly well marked junction, Moran Junction possibly, and then I just turn and then the park is right there. So I just got into the park. I pulled out the map that they give you when you purchase a ticket, slash that's the receipt I used to get in for the 7 days. I'm not here for 7 days. I don't know why I keep saying that. But I think that what I'm gonna do is if I go down this road a little bit further, there will be a fork in the road. And yesterday I went down the road that kept taking me to Coulter Bay when I went to Jackson Lake. I think today I'm gonna go down Teton Park Road to go a different way. And then I see that there's a couple different turnouts on that road. And then eventually I'll be able to get to Jenny Lake. Again, I'm kind of anticipating parking by Jenny Lake to be a little bit crazy, but I think it'll be manageable. First place I'm pulling over on this road is the Jackson Lake Reservoir and Dam. Looked like it had a pretty good view of Jackson Lake, and you can walk across the bridge over here. So that's what I'm doing. There's some stairs that you can come down. I don't know how well you guys can hear me with the water, but I figured why not come get a little bit closer look at the river. I'm sure you guys can't hear me right now with the water, but I even got my tripods pulled out, did some photos and videos down the path a little bit in front of the lake, or river I mean. So I'm gonna go back to my car and we're gonna keep driving. Just pulled over at Potholes Turnout. It's kind of in the middle of just like an open area, but you've got a great view of the Tetons in front. So I will turn the camera around and try to show you guys what I'm seeing. All right, there we've got a nice view of the Tetons. And then mostly just like open field area around here. Next lookout that I just pulled into is Mountain View Lookout, and it is as the name implies. You've got a nice view. This one's even closer than the last one. So I'm gonna actually get out for this one and maybe do a little bit of reading on the little info thing that they have there. And I'm probably not gonna pull out my full tripod situation, but I might take a couple selfies or .5s with the mountains in the background. After doing many a lap and circles in the Jenny Lake parking lot, I finally got lucky and got a spot when someone was pulling out. So, it is true what they say about the parking, it gets very full. Hot chocolate number 3 of the trip. Just went to the Jenny Lake Lookout. Very beautiful. This hot chocolate's not the best, but I also got some goldfish at the visitor store, which was good because it's 1:30 right now and I want like a little bit something before I actually go have some actual lunch. I kind of feel like as soon as I look at my map and can figure out how to get out of the park and back towards Jackson, I am going to maybe head back to maybe my hotel just to like actually change clothes, and then I'm kind of thinking of spending the afternoon in town, maybe finding a place to eat lunch and doing a little bit of shopping around because I didn't really do that this morning with the rain. Alright, it is now 3 o'clock. I allowed myself some phone rot time to just do nothing, but I changed back into my outfit from earlier. I believe this is going to be probably my last outfit change of the day. But we're gonna go back to Jackson. I haven't done any shopping or looking around. I was gonna get lunch, but the goldfish have kind of tied me over, so I don't know if I'm super hungry yet. So we'll just go find a spot to park and do some walking. book I'm reading right now that I don't know how I'm gonna finish it. It's in the bestseller section.
I just woke up in a broken dream. Who can stop my hands from shaking?
I'm walking around after eating at Jackson Drug. My surprise when I go around the corner, I see there's a Lululemon here. What? I think I have to go check it out. It's a pop-up, that makes more sense. I was trying to come up with a more solidified plan for my evening because I know I want to do something, but I also am trying to balance like my energy levels and like I don't know that I feel like, you know, driving out of town much. So it is 5:45 right now. I also like my dinner lunch at Jackson Drug was probably gonna be my dinner for the most part because I'm not super hungry and I ate late. But from what I've gathered, here's what I'm thinking. I might try to do Snow King Mountain. They have a gondola ride that you can do up to the top, and I might view the sunset from up there because from my Google searching it seemed like one of the good spots for sunset, which is what I was looking up. And the other reason I'm a little hesitant is because I'm planning on doing a gondola ride tomorrow in Teton Village at the Jackson Hole Resort because they have a waffle place on the top of that mountain that's pretty popular. So I don't know if I'm gonna do both. This gondola ride's only $15. They have a discount for the evening, so that's also why I'm kind of like, I should just go do that because otherwise I'm not really sure I'm doing anything else. So I'm gonna drive by this resort thing to kind of get a better idea of like parking, where the gondola thing starts at, if I can see where it like ends up, and then I might have enough time to go back to my hotel to just kind of hang out for a second because I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of time up at the top there. And yeah, so that's my plan. So pretty much as soon as I pulled out of that parking lot that I was in, I could see like straight ahead of me the mountain, and then I could see like the gondolas, but I couldn't tell if they were moving. So I was like, everything online said that they're open, but why wouldn't they be moving? But I just got closer. I found a parking lot right next to them, and I can see that they're going up and down. It is a little bit before 6 o'clock right now. I think the only thing I really wanted to do at my hotel was like maybe actually start looking through some of the photos I've taken and start editing them. And I'm like, I could realistically do that up at the top here as well. There's also a building that I think is an observatory slash planetarium at the top, so maybe we can check that out. I don't know if that's additional money or not, but I think we'll just head up. Let's go do a gondola ride and enjoy the evening a little more. I love a gondola ride, I really, really do. I'm also seeing there's some hikes that people are doing up the side of the mountain here. That could be a little something more up my alley if I wanted to do that when I have some extra time tomorrow. There's people biking as well. This might be a little unexpected highlight of the day. I'm at the top right now. Here's the view. They've got these little kind of ski lift benches that you can sit at if you would like. I'm not really sure, like there's more up here to do than I thought, so I'm not really sure where to go. Okay, I made it inside the building. They have a little gift shop here. I saw a sign for a restaurant upstairs. There's just a little hallway that I'm in right now with some benches. I'm gonna hang out and do what I was talking about earlier and look through and edit some photos for a little bit. The sun is getting ready to set. I'm trying to debate if I really care enough to wait another 10 minutes, but I've also been waiting an hour. I've mostly been inside because it's a little bit chilly out here. I've got my photos pretty much edited, the ones that I kind of liked the most. So what should I do? Should I stay? Alright, the sun has set behind the mountains. I'm going to go back down the gondola ride and go to the hotel. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to rinsing off and then putting on some nice comfy clothes and just cuddling up in bed for a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I'm getting a sweet treat or not before I go back to the hotel. But I'm still pretty full, so I just don't know if I should. Got the gondola ride to think about it. That's kind of scary, that little giraffe off. Okay. Okay. my way back to the hotel. I'm driving by the State Fairgrounds / the Jackson Hole Rodeo. Before anyone says anything, rodeo season is over, so I was not able to go to the rodeo while I was here. Also, I got here Saturday night, and they only have them like Saturday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think, so I wouldn't have even been here when they had a rodeo going on. Good morning, guys. It is the last day of my solo trip. I'm flying back later today, but I still have a few things on my agenda for today. I got up pretty early today. It's 6:30, and my plan is, so checkout is at 11, and I've got stuff going on basically from when I leave until past that time, so I have to take all of my stuff with me. Luckily last night I did a little bit of packing just so I don't have to do as much this morning, and then probably before I go to the airport later I might have to do some like moving of things around and things of that nature, because the outfit that I'm wearing this morning, I'm definitely not wearing it on the plane, so we'll have to do an outfit change later. But my plan for this morning, I have to be at the airport around 2 o'clock is what I'm planning on. So I am going to put on my outfit. I'm going to go pick up hot chocolate from Cowboy Coffee. And then I'm going to drive back to Elk Ranch Flats Turnout, something like that, for a couple reasons. I liked the pictures that I got there last time, but I didn't love them. I also am wearing like, hold on. And I'm wearing an all denim outfit today, and I just feel like I want to make sure it gets a moment. So we're going to go back to that lookout. My hope is it'll also be less busy in the morning so that I can maybe take better pictures. And I also, when I was looking stuff up yesterday, supposedly the animals are supposed to be more active in the morning, so maybe it'll be more interesting. Alright, here's my outfit for the day. Little all denim ensemble. I'm wearing Sierra's jeans from Madewell, same cowboy boots, and then this denim jacket is from Abercrombie, and then I've got a white tank top underneath that's also from Abercrombie. So, I just gotta finish packing up and then we'll head out. Alright, not even 7 o'clock yet. I've got all my things packed up and we're heading out. This has been a great place to stay for me during my little solo trip. Hot chocolate secured. It has seriously been so quiet in town in the mornings when I've come in, which is kind of nice, although granted a lot of places are not yet open. But if you like walking around or you want to take pictures, then like that would be the time to do it. Alright, we have got a 34-minute drive to the Elk Ranch Flats Turnout. So I should get there around 7:40ish. And then from there, after I'm kind of done hanging out there, my plan is to go to Jackson Hole Resort. They're the place that has the gondola up to the top of the mountain. And so Corbett's Cafe is famous for their waffles. And I honestly am not, like, I like waffles, but I'm kind of trying this more out for the novelty of it. Although I was getting kind of nervous because I don't have like a coat out with me. Obviously I could get like my Sherpa jacket to be a little bit warmer, but we're going to the top of a mountain, so I figured it's probably going to be pretty cold when it's the morning. But I just double checked and it looks like they have indoor seating, so I'm hoping I will be okay in just this, or maybe I'll put my Sherpa out, I don't know. But that gondola and the waffle place opens at 9, so yeah. Look at the mountains, you guys. That is gorgeous. I just got to the Elk Ranch Flats lookout. I was right. No one's really here, so that's good. There are not, however, any horses right up against the fence either, so it's a downside maybe. There was only one by the fence yesterday, but the mountains look beautiful in the background. The lighting's great right now, so I am still gonna get my camera stuff pulled out and hopefully have a nice little time getting some photos and videos. Isn't this just actually insane? I think I got some photos that I'm pleased with. Funny enough, the G7X camera is now like on its last little bit of battery, so good thing I didn't really have any other planned pictures for the day. So I can always just use my phone Lens Buddy for stuff beyond if the G7X dies, because I I can check to see if the cord that I got will also charge that camera as well. I'm not sure. But I think I'm gonna call it good for my little morning outing here. Right by the lookout, there's also a bunch of buffalo grazing. There's quite a few cars pulled over to look at the buffalo, take some photos. They're pretty close to the road, honestly. I've made the decision to just continue driving to Jackson Hole Resort to plan on doing the gondola ride. Mostly because I have the time to do it. Alright, I am making my way to the aerial tram. It's $50, so I will let you guys know if it's worth it. I did a quick Google search because, to be honest, I was sitting in my car being like, do I think this is going to be worth it? And I don't know, most people say they think the views and the ride is worth it. So we're going to do it. How do I, okay, I was like, I don't think I can leave here, but I see an exit. And so 12-minute ride to the top and bottom. I'm not sure if there's going to be much of a wait or not, but we're going to do it because it's only 9:30 in the morning and I have many hours to kill. Purchased my tickets, and now I'm following all of the signs to get to the tram. This is the waffle place. They were saying that there's paragliders that take off of here. I don't know if I'd be able to see someone jumping, but maybe I'll look around. The tallest peak over there is Grand Teton. Should I go to the summit? I'm glad I brought my Sherpa, but it's actually not as cold up here as I thought it was going to be, so that is good. I gotta say that I'm impressed with what's up here, so I do think preemptively that the $50 ticket is probably worth it. All right, let's go summit a mountain, you guys. Alright, I'm on the top of Rendezvous Mountain. Elevation, they said, was 10,000 something feet. I can't believe people ski down this thing. I got the trad waffle, so I think it said it was just like brown sugar butter, and there's no forks or anything in there, so I guess I just eat this with my hands. Pretty good. One of the paraglider people just walked by me and they're like, we got a spot in the air, let's get you up there. And I was like, absolutely not. Although, like I said, I would love to see them jump, but I have not figured out where they're doing that. I could follow the guy. I think he's walking back this way. I think I found the people who are paragliding, so let's watch. That's crazy. Oh my god. Alright, I finished my bucket list for stuff up here when I watched one of the paragliders take off. So I'm gonna head back down to catch the next tram. It is 10:42. I would say it was worth it to come up here, guys. I had a great time. And to be honest, and I wasn't seriously considering doing the paragliding, but watching the takeoff actually makes it seem less scary than you would think. I just got back to my car. I thought I would do a little bit of a recap of that experience, and also as we're coming to an end on my solo trip, I thought I would kind of debrief that as well and just kind of my thoughts on said trip. First of all, if I didn't already say it a million times when I was up there, definitely worth the $50. To be honest, and I had looked up the tandem paragliding before I even came here, but it's like $400 or $500, so definitely an expense, but also like really cool, unique experience. I would say after watching the takeoff, I would maybe consider doing it somewhere sometime in the future. It doesn't seem as scary as I had originally pictured it being. But yeah, it was really, really cool up at the top. Second of all, just in regards to my solo trip in general, I feel like I've said it a million and one times just how much I've been enjoying this trip, so I definitely do not regret coming on a trip by myself. It's been fun to send stuff to family, but also just to have my own company. And I definitely could see myself doing a solo trip in the future. That being said, I do feel like there's a couple things you should keep in mind if you are considering a solo trip yourself. One, I feel like you're only going to enjoy a solo trip if you're someone who likes to be in your own company and you can be a little bit more introverted and you enjoy that type of thing. If you're someone who always has to be with someone else to have fun, like, you're probably not going to like the solo trip. And then second of all, I feel like you have to plan the trip and your itinerary and location knowing that it's a solo trip. And so what I mean by that is I feel like if you go somewhere where you're kind of focusing on just like taking things easy, focusing on solitude, and things like that, you're probably going to have more fun than, let's say, if you were to go to like no one's doing a solo trip to Miami Beach as far as I know. Like, no one's going out and like doing that on their own. Someone could, I guess, but I feel like you have to kind of plan what you're doing in order to maximize having fun and not missing that you don't have anyone there, or that you wish that you had someone else to share those experiences with you. So that being said, I think that if you do those things, like, you're probably gonna have a good time. I had a great time. I loved Jackson Hole. I would come back for sure. But also, as you guys know, anytime Sierra and I travel, like, we always do kind of look at just like going somewhere else. So whenever someone asks me, oh, would you go back again, I always like answer that question with the caveat of like, yes, I would, and like I'd recommend other people go, but I also like, I'm not gonna come back here when I could go somewhere else necessarily. So that's kind of my trip debrief in case I don't get around to doing it later. I anticipate I'll probably end the vlog once I get to the airport and return my rental car. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna change my flight to an earlier flight. I know I was just saying how much I was loving this trip, but out of curiosity, I was just checking, because I get in right now at 11:40 p.m. and right now I basically have like 2 hours where I can either do something or not, which isn't a lot, and I don't have anything specific planned. So there's a flight that I can change to that leaves from the Jackson airport, still stops in Denver, and I get back to Des Moines by 8:30 tonight, and it's a free flight change. So I think I'm gonna do it. Confirmation. All right, my flight has been switched. I need to check in again to the airport. All right, rental car has been dropped off. I'm at the airport. I got changed into my airport outfit and I condensed everything back down to my carry-on and personal item. So with that, I'm gonna end my vlog here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you're watching this, let Sierra know in the comments down below if she should do her own solo trip. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.